Quite a fan of Louis Wain. Look at them. Tell me about this one.
This is the one that my mother bought for just a matter of a few shillings at an auction. No one knew what it was. She recognised it as Louis Wain. And that was the one that really inspired me to collect more.
It's the one that kicked it off?
Yes.
I know that he's much copied and much faked, and yet I think this one's fine. It's got an honesty about it, but if it's right, it's got to be really very early, don't you think? It seems to me different from the rest of them, which are much more stylized, much stronger. I love this oil painting. I mean, this cat has quite a lot of character, hasn't he?
I think they should be in the boardroom of many many
you think he is a
companies.
director, don't you? It's very anthropomorphic, isn't it? It's just so human. And what about this? Tell me about that.
This is called Peter's First Illness,
Yes.
but Peter was his first cat, and I thought it portrays all the images of illness in a human, and you feel for the poor cat just looking at him.
So it's really quite early days,
Yes,
isn't it?
yes.
Yeah. Well then, let's have a look at some of the illustrations that you brought with you that are unframed here.
There's a story I like to, whether it's true or not. When Louis Wain went to some tea party, he was asked what he liked to drink, and he said, well, just a saucer of milk. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but it's a lovely story.
He obviously had a sense of humour, very definitely. These are extraordinary, aren't they?
I found it very interesting that when he went mad around the 1920s, and he was found in dire poverty in one of the asylums by a reporter. And the Prime Minister, I think it was Ramsay MacDonald at the time, and H.G. Wells made an appeal on his behalf on the radio to raise money to put him in better conditions.
And that was accomplished, wasn't it?
Yes.
And this one, I think, is one of the oddest. There's something really quite disturbed about that. Difficult to put one's finger on, and yet it is. Don't you agree?
I think it's the large eyes.
Yes, it really... Ooh. Anyway, what about values? Have you any idea?
Well, that's it. I've been reading about Louis Wain, but since I bought these in 1975, I think I paid about 150 for this, and 200 for the rest. Yeah, the 22.
Yes, 22 of these.
These, I think, were Claire, one of his sisters, when they came up for auction.
Yeah.
That was 25 years ago, so I have no idea how things have changed.
Well, I can give you some idea of that. I mean, these 22 things, well, they're going to average out at probably £1,000, £1,500 each, that sort of thing.
Gosh, I didn't realise that.
But this very strange one here, worth quite a lot more, perhaps. And then when we come to these other ones, if I'm right and this is an early one, then it being such a collector's market, Louis Wain, and it is an early one and it turns out to be an important one, and certainly we know that this is his own cat, Peter, in this case here, well then these two pictures, probably 1,500, 2,000, perhaps 2,500 for that one. And this one, this oil painting, well, it's probably worth about maybe £4,000.
Getting on for 30,000 altogether.
Probably is, isn't it? Yes. And also, I think, I have to tell you, I might have been a bit conservative. They could be worth more, especially with that provenance.
I'll look after them now.
Yes, I would.